Hi guys and welcome to the fourth video of this entire series. In the last video, we discussed how we can manage public folders using PowerShell commands. I have shown you how we can create public folders and public folder mailboxes using PowerShell and how we can check their attributes. In this particular video, I will be discussing what are the public folder permissions that can be assigned on the user accounts. I will be discussing what users can do with each permission and how we can assign permissions from Exchange Admin Center and from PowerShell. The permissions that can be assigned on public folders are owner, publishing editor, editor, publishing author, author, non-editing author, reviewer, and contributor. Now let's discuss these permissions one by one. If you assign owner permission on public folder for a user, that user can create items within the public folder. He can read items and he can create child folders or subfolders within public folders. If you assign publishing editor permission, that user can create items within the public folder. He can read items of public folders. He can create subfolders and he can delete the items from the public folders. Editor permission will let users to create items within the public folders. They can read items and they can edit the items those are created by them. Publishing author permission will let users to create items within the public folders. They can create subfolders within the public folders and they can edit and delete items that they have created. If you assign author permission on public folders for a user, that user will be able to create items within the public folder and they can edit and delete their own items. If you assign non-editing permission, users will be able to view and create items within the public folders. Reviewer permission will let users to only view the public folders and their contents. And if you assign contributor permission on public folder, the users can view the public folders and they can create items within the public folders. So depending on your business requirement, you can assign permissions for the users on public folders. And users will be able to perform the task or they will be able to make the changes as per the role or permission which is assigned to them. You can manage public folder permissions from modern Exchange Admin Center and from classic Exchange Admin Center as well. If you manage these permissions from here or from classic Exchange Admin Center, these steps will remain same. So if you want to assign a public folder permission on a particular public folder, let's say you want to assign permission on PF4. You can click on that public folder and then you will go to manage. Under folder permissions, you will click on manage. On this screen, you need to add the user to whom you want to assign a particular permission. So you will click on browse and then you will search for a particular user to whom you want to assign this permission. For example, user B. You can select the user and then from this drop down, you can select what permission you want to assign. You want to assign reviewer, contributor, non-editing author, or which permission you want to assign. For example, if you select editor, then these options will be checked automatically. For example, if you select reviewer, reviewer can only see or can view the items. He will not be able to make any changes. So if you select this, according to these options, the permission will be changed automatically. Let's say you have selected non-editing author. Non-editing author will be able to create items. He will be able to read items. The folders will be visible for him and he will be able to delete his own items. But let's say you want to assign this permission as well. Now here you can see the permission is changed because you are making the changes within the permission level. Let's say you want to assign him permission edit all, edit on, create subfolders. So here you can see the permission is also changing. If you select honor, honor will be able to make all the changes. So as per your requirement, you can select the permission either from here, or you can check these boxes and then click save. So now user B has honor permission on public folder PF4. Click save. This will take few seconds and this permission will be applied. Once this permission is applied, user B will have to wait for some time because the permissions may take time for replication. Once these permissions are replicated, user will be able to perform the task or the activities as per the permission which is assigned to that particular user. If you want to manage public folder permissions from classic Exchange Admin Center, again, the process will remain same. You can click on the folder, public folder, and under folder permissions, you can click on manage. Here, you will click on plus and you will search for a particular user. And here you can search for the permission that you want to assign, or you can select the permission from here as well. You can uncheck this. Let's say you want to assign only view permission. So you can select folder visible and read items. So this will be the reviewer permission. Click save. Now test 3 has reviewer permission on PF6 public folder. Click save. And this will take some time for replication. Now, once these users who have permissions on public folders, if they will go to OWA or Outlook client, they will be able to make the changes, or they will be able to see the public folder contents as per the permission level which is assigned to them. So now let's understand how we can manage public folder permissions from PowerShell. If you want to assign public folder permissions from PowerShell, for that command is add-public folder client permission. After that, you will mention the name of the public folder on which you want to assign public folder permission. Then we will use switch-user. User will be the name or the email address of the user who needs permission on this particular public folder. After that, we will use a switch access rights. And under access rights switch, we will mention what permission we want to assign for user B on public folder PF2. Press enter. So this command will assign honor permission for user B on PF2 public folder. If you want to verify the permission, you can run get-public folder client permission. And here you will mention the name of the public folder and press enter. This command will list the name of the users who have permissions on this particular public folder. Moreover, it will tell you what sort of permissions these users have. If you want to assign public folder permission on a child public folder, for that you can run add-public folder client permission -identity, and under identity you can mention the name of the public folder including the path of the public folder. For example, if you want to assign permission on PF9, in that case you need to mention the complete path of that particular folder. You can mention then switch-user, user B, access rights, honor. So this command will assign honor permission for user B on PF9. Let's assume that you want to assign a public folder permission on root public folder and its child public folders. For example, here PF9 and PF10 are the child public folders of PF8. So if you want to assign a particular permission or public folder permission on the entire hierarchy, for that you can run get-public folder -identity. Within identity, you will type the name of the root public folder. After that, you will use a switch-recurse, and then we will add the permission, add-public folder client permission -user. And then you can mention the name of the user, access rights, and then you can type the name of the permission that you want to assign and press enter. So this particular command will assign the permission for test4 user on the entire hierarchy of the public folder. Here you can see pf8 is the root folder, this is the child folder, and this is the child public folder. So test4 user has owner permission on root folder and its child public folders. So this is how you can assign recursive permissions on public folders. In the next video, I will be discussing public folder mailbox retention period. I will be discussing what is public folders dumpster, how to delete a public folder and public folder mailbox. I will be showing you how you can recover a public folder and how we can restore a public folder mailbox. So if you have learned something new from this particular video, please write in comments and please subscribe to the channel. And if you have any questions related to the topics that I'm posting, feel free to write in comments. I will be more than happy to answer your questions. Thank you guys. Thank you for your time. Take care.